Yeah, try to encourage some folks to actually get up and do stuff.
Okay, now I can see it.
Alright.
I think it's the prospect of asking questions when nobody knows what to ask.
Heck, I'll answer every question if that's what it takes.
Well, we'll see how things go. I mean, this is something entirely new to us. You ready?
Yep.
All right.
That sucker.
Round and round she goes. Alright. The question is Manignux. And their question is, what are your future plans?
My future plans. Oh, that's a terrible question to ask. Future's always in motion. 5 minutes to answer. Well, at some point, it's a really good question because I don't know what my future plans are at this point.
So clearly know your future plans is to start a bar, then invest in a club of some kind.
My future plans at the moment, I don't really have a set plan because, as usual, like I said, kind of the future's always in motion. So at this point, I'm doing something that my Aunt Eunice said, we'll just take it a day at a time. I'm playing it by ear. Literally what happens, what comes up, I've just got to take it one step at a time, and, you know, if something comes up and I get to it, you know, that'd be great. But if I had future plans and I was more set on it, I'd like to become an author of more eclectic books than an actual set. Perhaps something that kind of refers to my persona name is Cosmic Prose, something to deal with the cosmos and the heavenly entities and bodies and whatnot, going to other planets and fighting aliens, meeting Captain Kirk, but I'll kill Kirk and meet Picard instead. But yeah, I'd like to write books, novels, the like. That's what I'd like to do. That would be my main future plan. I'm working on stuff like that, but it's just kind of stop and go when I have a chance. That's about it.
Alright.
Then if I'm lucky, I plan to die. That's my final future plan. I plan to die.
Well, I mean, you know, if it's in the cards, it's in the cards.
Well, I really don't want to live forever. I've lived long enough in this world. I'm not pleased with it yet.
Don't you want to have your brain implanted into a cyborg?
No, because that cyborg would never work. That cyborg would break down every other day.
No, with that attitude.
No, it's not. It's gonna break down. Trust me.
What about having your mind downloaded onto the computational cloud?
Then the cloud would crash. The cloud might be destroyed. With my mind in it? Oh my goodness.
This is, I'm assuming, Microsoft's cloud we're talking about. It would crash anyways.
Well, if it's gonna crash before I get there, then I'm gonna crash whatever cloud I get planted into. Unless the cloud is like tethered to the sky, which I don't know how you tether anything to the sky.
Alright. Well, just for laughs.
Spinning that wheel. I can do this all day.
Alright. Let's see who's next. Okay, we're gonna have to probably spin it again. Yeah. I mean, unless you want to answer the same question again.
I don't know if I can answer the same question again. I already forgot what I said.
Oh, here we go.
No. Okay.
Alright. Mountain Soul asks, what got Cosmic into gaming?
What got me into gaming? That's a great question, but come on. I think it's what got a lot of people into gaming. When you're a kid and it's raining outside, but you live on the antenna, so your TV doesn't work. You can't watch TV. But there's this, little black and gray box with this red stenciling letter on the front that says Nintendo Entertainment System, and that works. Of course, there was, the black and wood paneled box that also said Atari on it, so that was another reason. I really got into gaming just because it was something to do, and it's been that way since I was, 4 or 5 years old, and I've never stopped. It's just something to do, to pass the time, to do with friends and have fun. It's just, it's... I don't know. It seems like it's something that everybody will do. I know not everybody's into games, sure, but I think when you get into the mass of people, I think the mass of people will be gamers or play video games or play a game of some kind, even if it's not a video game, even if it's a board game. Since we're talking about gaming, and board games technically are games. So it really doesn't matter. I can do just about any game that you throw at me, whether it's virtual, whether it's a board game, a card game. I can go all the way back to good old-fashioned chess, but I don't like checkers. Or I can go to one of these newfangled games that these kids are playing today, where you run around and collect coins and kill monsters and whatnot. And your Super Mario Brothers and your Donkey Kongs. I don't know what that little kid running around with his sword is, but he needs to listen to the fairy.
Would you say gaming is somewhat therapeutic?
It can be. It depends on the circumstance.
Eliminating, of course, from the list Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves is not therapeutic in the least.
Okay, eliminate that. Yeah, it can be therapeutic. It's a good way to unwind after the end of a long, stressful, arduous day. It's, I do it a lot to just unwind at the end of the day, the end of the week, or just for the heck of it. But, something bad happens the day before, the day of, and if I can come home and just, blow 3 or 4 hours playing a game, and it relaxes me, and I can actually get to sleep at a normal time. So, therapeutic, I would say, yes. More therapeutic during certain circumstances.
Some parents today want to argue that some gaming is actually good for building up dexterity. Would you agree with that? I know that's not a part of the question, but just kind of building on Soul's question.
I have to think about that, because, I guess when you get into more of the hand usage games, such as things like, fitness games, sports games, virtual reality stuff. Because if you don't use your hands and your feet, you don't get active, then that's not dexterity. That's called, I could sit on my butt, beat this game in 3 hours, and eat chips the whole time. But yeah, if you're doing something like with the Wii Fit or something that's virtual reality that actually uses your hands, I can build up the dexterity. Otherwise, no. So I'm going to have to say it depends on the game.
Good enough.
Yeah, dexterity depends on the game.
Alright, who's next? Oh. It's Rune. Alright, Rune asks, if you were offered the position of mayor of your city, would you take it?
Read that again.
Rune asks, if you were offered the position of the mayor of your city, would you take it?
If I was offered the position of mayor, I have very poor political views sometimes, but probably yes, because there's things in this town that really need to be fixed. I'd probably, instead of being the mayor, I'd probably take over the road commissioner's position, because holy crap, there are potholes everywhere. But as the mayor, I could get the road commissioner to fix that. So in that case, I would, and I'm sure there's other stuff that we could fix around here. Just beautification projects abound in my mind right now. But I guess it would really, I guess I would take it just to, add some difference to the monotony of life. That would be great. Life right now is kind of in the same cycle for me at the moment. It's not a bad cycle, it's just the same cycle. And it's kind of getting old, but that's normal for me. So, but yeah, I think being the mayor would be kind of a sweet gig. I wouldn't make that much money, but I'd make money. So I guess being the mayor, I guess I could take that. Take a shot at that. Take a stab at it.
Fair enough. That'll work. Alright.
Do we really need this many people on the wheel?
Uh-oh.
Hibbs!
Yeah, Tiberius asks, in 2077, what makes someone a criminal? Gosh.
A lot of really weird questions on this board. No offense, folks. But,
You're expecting anything else?
some things, yes. 2077, I hope I don't know, because I hope to be dead by that time. 2077, what makes you a criminal?
Well, being a criminal, obviously.
Well, that doesn't count. If what made is it because they're asking what makes you into said criminal. You gotta do something to. I guess I hope a lot of the stuff that still makes you a criminal today, murder, and although that's really not a good one because a lot of murderers get out. I hope the justice system gets stronger. That's all I gotta say, because it's really weak right now. 2077, that makes you a murderer, or what makes you a criminal, whatever. I don't know. You got me a question. I don't know. If I maybe played a game from 2077, maybe, but I don't. I'm losing. I'm missing all here. I don't know. That's a really good question, Tibbs. You stumped me.
I'll have to show you. I know what they're referencing, and I'll have to show you it later.
Well, I know what they're referencing too, but I don't play it.
Well, it's not just the game, but there is kind of a
That's
parody.
where I'm going to get it from.
Okay.
Well, I'm sure there is. That's where I'm going from. That's where I'm getting it from. Is the game. That's all. You stumped me, son. Yeah, I don't know.
Alright.
So let's just make it more interesting. In 2077, everything will be illegal, including living. Bam, apocalypse.
Earth you.
Mary asks, I'm curious if Cosmic has a cutie mark, and if so, what is it and why?
Do I have a cutie mark? Well, I've gone through a number of cutie marks over the years. My first OC I made from somebody had made a create your own pony generator thing, and I made that. my first pony, back in the day of leet spelling. If anybody knows what leet is, it's where you use numbers to make words. Back when that was still kind of big, or I thought it was big. I don't know if it was. My first OC I made, his name was Rhapsody. He had a CD, not a vinyl record, mind you, because that was already taken, but he had a CD for his cutie mark. Give me 1 second. But if I were to go to today, I don't really have one set, but I've dabbled with a pen and quill, an ink blot, a stack of books, when Hyper was doing mine, he gave me a part of a keyboard, piano. But yeah, I don't really have a set one because I'm into a lot of different things between, things I would be good at, things I enjoy doing, because seriously, it could be a sleeping pony. I would enjoy that because I enjoy sleeping. But I do not have a set cutie mark. So the reason why I don't have a set cutie mark is because there's so many different choices. So I don't have a set cutie mark, so I can't answer the rest of that question. I guess. I mean, depends on how you want to spin it in the end.
Gotcha. I think that satisfies that. Well, looks like I'm up.
Oh boy. Can't wait to see what this question is.
Alright. I'm asking, would you make out with a Wookiee for money, and what would be the minimum of said money?
I make out with a Wookiee?
Yep.
No.
10,000.
No.
Why
If you
not?
want to start naming numbers, maybe I'll say yes, but you better start naming some pretty high numbers.
Okay, what would be the starting number? I mean, what would be the bare minimum of cash that you would get slapped into your hand after you got done making out with a Wookiee?
Oh no, I'm getting paid up front first off. Okay, I'm getting paid up front first off. And secondly, it's going to be higher than the U.S. deficit. So we're talking hundreds of trillions. Hundreds of trillions.
Really? That
Yes.
much?
Then maybe. Because that hundreds of trillions will pay for some of the therapy afterwards. Among other things. But yeah, hundreds of trillions. Actually, maybe more than trillions now. I don't know. I don't know what the debt, what our U.S. debt is, so I had to look that one up.
Fair enough.
Raising every second. Sorry, Joe Biden. Oh, now I get to choose, huh?
You have to choose between Arc, Firecracker, or a 2007 Toyota Camry.
I don't even have a card. Arc or Fire? Well, I think Firecracker's more normal than Arc, so I'm gonna choose Arcs and get that out of the way.
You assume so, don't you?
I sure do.
Okay. Come on, get to the front. Arc's question is, do you like bananas
Is that just something he added to Bjork?
It's what he wrote down. So I'm just going off of that.
Okay, Ark, I don't know what bananas is.
Well,
If you're talking
delicious
about just-
bananas. Okay.
No,
good.
but it's bananas. I don't know what a banana is, but if you're talking about just good old-fashioned bananas off the tree, sure, why not? What's wrong with a banana? I mean, it's a banana. It's a it's a fruit. It's on the tree. Pick it off, you eat it. Banana. We'll say there's less nutrition in the banana than the peel, but that's not what you asked. You asked if I like bananas. Yeah, I like bananas. You know, throw them at people, cause blunt force trauma, get away with murder. You know, that kind of stuff.
I mean, I can only assume he's putting the in there because it's just a good old-fashioned delicious banana.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But, you know, you can use them for, you know, anything, you know. Like I said, blunt force trauma, self-defense, you know, makeup applier, whatever, you know.
No, blunt force trauma is what you use a plantain for.
I'm going to use the banana. Because eventually I will find one that is strong enough to cause blunt force trauma. Also, it's fun to play with the monkeys at the zoo.
I'll give you that one.
It's pretty funny to watch them go nuts. It's even funnier when you perform a magic trick that a 3-year-old can figure out and they flip out.
They're trying, okay.
No, you put the cherry in the cup. You show them that it's in the cup. Then you put the cup down. They can't see the bottom of the cup, and then the cherry falls out. You show them. They're like, "What the fudge? Where'd the cherry go?" They're waving their hands around like, "Oh!" I'm like, "You're the stupidest." And they compare us to apes. Yeah, right.
Oh dear.
I don't believe in that.
Look, they're trying, okay. You'd be confused too if you were like 3 years old.
If I was 3 years old, I'd be, you know, not caring because it's like, I can't figure it out, so I'm gonna go take a nap.
I don't
Or
know a
poop,
single
or-
3-year-old that willingly took a nap until they were run ragged.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I did. Because if I'm not gonna take a nap, then I'm gonna walk off, get bored with something else, or you know, defecate. Something that a 3-year-old normally does.
I think you're
True.
going a little too old for that one. That's about like 1 or 2. 3-year-olds, they...
Wait, 3-year-olds don't defecate?
Well, you don't? Of course they don't. Did you miss
Okay.
that part of school?
No, I wasn't. I don't remember when I was 3 years old. Sorry, I didn't take child psychology or any of that kind of stuff, or parenting or any of that stuff. I didn't do any of that. Yeah,
Yep, there's an entire year of the human development where you just stop pooping. No one knows why.
interesting.
I mean, Cosmic could have been a co-author of Everybody Poops.
Everybody poops.
I mean, he's got a degree, so I mean, he could publish something if he wanted to.
I wanted to. I do want to, but just not finished. So do I get to answer the last question?
Yep.
There's only really one person left on the board. It's Firecracker.
Let's see, this certain wolf person named Firecracker asks, if you had the choice of one character to hang out with for a full day, knowing that at the end of the day you were required to punch them, who would you pick?
What? You said character, and are you talking about broad character or like from a specific something?
I said character, but that was meant to be broad. Human, fictional, whatever.
Okay. Person I would want to hang out with full day, knowing at the end of the day you're required to punch them. Who would it be? That's a good one. I can't. Because when you say character, broad, and amount of characters I know, holy crap. Both fictional and, well, I don't know. I don't know if really character makes them a real person, even if they are a real person. Like, you know, Benedict Cumberbatch, he's a real person, but he plays a character in a movie. Actually, in
That's
2
why I
movies.
said character. It was intended again to be broad, real, fake, or whatever. I just said character because words escaped me at the time.
It could be Bill O'Reilly to Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
I didn't know she had 7 drawers.
Now, here's a question. Do I have... When you say hang out with the person for a full day, do I have to enjoy their company or not?
You have to be hanging out with them. Meaning you have to be within their proximity for a day.
Oh!
Doing stuff.
Well, okay. Hang out in their proximity for a day doing stuff. Since I'm not going to get political here, I won't say that. But the new Vilma, in the new Scooby-Doo thing, the Vote Vilma, yeah. I would punch her at the end of the day until her, yeah. Sorry, it's terrible. She's terrible. I don't know who made it. Terrible idea. So I'm not being political here at all, because Vilma is a fictional character. It's just who she is, the new version of her. Or Daphne, for that matter, the new version of Daphne. Either one of them.
But are you willing to actually be with them the full day?
Yes, because I know what happens at the end of the day, and it's glorious.
And that's why I picked that question.
Because I know what's coming up. I know what's going to happen. So as long as I make it through everything else, to the end of the day, all that matters is what happens at the end of the day. Because like I said, it's glorious. It's actually a pretty good question. I like that. I enjoyed that. I'm going to look at your questions here. If I can you show me all people's questions?
Oh,
See which one I don't want to ever answer again. I don't want to ever answer your questions, Copper, because I talk to you on a weekly basis.
Oh, okay, I see how it is.
Yeah, I don't like your questions. Now, Manic makes a very sophisticated question. Ark, I'll get back to you in a second. Manic makes a very sophisticated question. Don't worry, Ark, it's coming. But Manic makes a very, very good question. People should be looking forward. You should try to make plans forward into your future, regardless of what it may or may not look like. I think some people a lot don't plan for the future, and they just say when it gets here, I'll deal with it, but the future never truthfully gets there for them. So it's good to plan ahead. Marathew, I really would like a cutie mark. If you think I should take one of the ones I mentioned, go for it. We'll see if we can get Mountain. See if we can get Soul to do something for me, see what it looks like. Or maybe not. I don't know. We'll see what happens. If you got something else that I didn't say, suggest it, and we'll see where I can go from there. Rune. Yeah, your question's still. I take it just to fix stuff in the city. Otherwise, I just don't want it. I don't like politics. I may side with one side or the other, but politics, I do vote for the mayor because my vote counts, but not for the federal folks upstairs. They don't, my vote doesn't count. Hibbs, your question. I'm going to have to watch the parody and then maybe get back to you on that one. Soul, I really wish we could get you in more games. I wish you could get in more games that we play, or hey, if you actually have games you play, let us know and we'll see if we can fit something into the schedule. We've got Mondays and Thursdays every other week.
Yep.
Come on, we've got 5 other days we can fit something into. Sundays may be a little iffy, but other days of the week, And like I said, Firecrack, you had a very, very good question. I like that. I like the initiative there. And
I figured you might enjoy assaulting someone.
Yeah, I have a number of people, but those are at the top of my list right now. Ark. I really think I know what you were trying to make me say with this question. I'm sure it's not what I said is not what you wanted me to say, but yeah. I'm pretty sure you were trying to point to a different point, not just like, oh, banana. But I do like bananas. They are very tasty. And I guess that's it for my questions. Sounds good to me.
Now, Cosmic, you have the privilege of picking one of the people on this list that asked you a question this week, excluding me because I have to edit this. And they will be next in line for the questionnaire next week.
Okay, eeny, meeny, miny, you.
No.
No, I'm gonna pick. Just let me close my eyes, pick with my finger, just kind of. Soul.
Soul?
I want to learn about Miss Soul.
Oh, they will love the attention.
Well, I randomly picked. I closed my eyes and ran my finger up and down the names and didn't know where anybody was. It's Soul.
It's entirely fair. All right.
I would say this was your chance to put Ark in the hot seat, but I think you would also love it.
Oh, Ark would definitely love it.
Well, maybe Soul will pick him when it comes to be her turn.
Oh, tell her that. It's like, pick Ark because he's Ark. That's why.
Alright. Now, you're both going to get a ping here in a minute, so I'm going
Ping,
to type
ping.
this message out.
Bing, bing. Gonna go back to playing my video game.